What's up, guys, and welcome to another Maker Monday. Now, this is a special Monday because today is Labor Day. Yay! So it is the one day a year that we all get to take off work so that we can enjoy some relaxation. Now, I myself will be probably just hanging out in my home, not really doing a whole lot. But what are you doing on Labor Day, or what do you have plans for? I'd love to hear about it. Put it down in the comments. For today, I actually have it lined out because I have a few things I want to talk about today in our Maker Monday here. First thing I want to talk about is our smart plug. Oh, I didn't set it next to me, but the smart plug winner is George Texeria. All right, so I had a mistake on the previous drawing. I drew a name that was in the UK, and as we know, the UK does not have. Or no, I take it back, not in the UK, I'm sorry, Italy. They were in Italy. Well, Italy does not have the same power system as we do here in the US, so they wouldn't be able to use it. So had to do a redraw, and it was George Texeria. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but he is now our winner. And I tried emailing or messaging them through YouTube, and I also tried replying to their comments. So if I don't hear anything back in the next few days, then I'll probably select another name at random so that I can get it to somebody. But anyway, hopefully if you see this video, definitely contact me. Check your comment that you made on the smart plug video, and I put a way to get your contact information to me so that way I can send you your free smart plug. Anyway, next we've got some upcoming giveaways. I went ahead and purchased from my friends at DF Robot. I got another one of our magnificent fire beetles. All right, so we'll be doing a giveaway of a fire beetle. So if you enjoyed the brew probe or whatever that I made, you can have your own fire beetle. These things are great. I'll do a little bit of a mini review right here, right now. Pluses that I like about the Fire Beetle is it is an ESP32, so it is Wi-Fi enabled. It is Arduino compatible, has tons of GPIO on it, has SPI, I2C, all the different protocols it can do. Also, the thing that I really enjoy about it is having this JST connector. It also has, I checked the chips out, it does have a LiPo battery charging circuit that's on it as well. So all you do is give it some USB, 5 volts USB, or they even bring the plus and minus out onto a couple pads that you can hook up solder to, and then hook up whatever kind of connector for the 5 volts. But you just give it 5 volts and it'll recharge the battery. It knocks the voltage down to 3 volts and all that stuff. Has over voltage, under voltage protection, all that jazz. So pretty cool that it has the charging circuit already on it. So unlike the Node MCU, a Node MCU looks pretty much identical to this. The Node MCU does not have the battery JST connector as well as the battery charging circuit it does not have. So that is a big plus for the Fire Beetle. Now, I will say there are a couple drawbacks for this. The drawbacks that I have are that I have is simply the connectors being on the same side is a little bit difficult, especially if you want to remote the USB, because since they're on the same side, if I want to mount this against a case, you know, like that, it's basically going to make the battery have to be on the outside of the case too, if both connectors are on the same side, because I can't plug in a USB connector into this and butt it up against, you know, like this, butt it up against the sidewall of a case or something, because I need to be able to plug the battery in too if I'm going to make it battery powered. So that is one drawback. Now, a simple way to fix this, I would say, is they got some pretty good area here for the plus and minus. Now, for the data lines that are in a USB connection, they don't really have to be huge, so we don't need massive pads. But if they could break out the data lines and bring them out to some pads, maybe on the bottom, I don't know, maybe there are. Maybe I'm just missing it. I haven't sat and probed around on this thing with a ton of, you know, continuity checker or something. So it could be there's a few pads that are on the back here. So if DF Robot's watching this, let me know if those are like the D lines. But that way you can remote this thing. And if you watch my video on the brew probe, I actually do that. I move this over and remote the USB connector with a different breakout board. And then that way you can put the USB connection anywhere. That way you can plug in your brew probe, you can reprogram your brew probe, you can reflash things to it, all that stuff, and charge it as well, all from that because of the D-lines, but they only break out the positive and negative lines, so that's a little bit of a drawback. Other than that, I recommend the Fire Beetle. I think it is a great product. I'll have to see as I use it over time what longevity the circuitry has and whatnot. I believe that it's going to be just fine for what I'm going to be using it for. But in any case, check out the Fire Beetle, and we will be giving one of those away soon. So I'll be doing that from our friends again at DF Robot. So thanks again to them for sending that to us for us to review and check out. Also, I want to do one last little plug. If you guys haven't checked out the USB inspector that I made, I've actually found a ton of uses for this. This is something you can just get, throw it in your drawer or throw it in your electronics bin or something, because you never know when you might need it. I've actually used it a ton for the Fire Beetle. I've used it to power the Fire Beetle through it. I've used it to program it. I've used it to do continuity checks. I'll plug this in and then try to find the D lines maybe somewhere else on the board. I'll hook a pin to this and then go continuity checking for it. Just a ton of uses that you can have for this very simple little device. So USB inspector, check that out down below, the link. I'm selling them. They're only, I believe they're like $10. I think they're $10 is what they're going for. These are fantastic. So definitely check that out. Throw that in your bin of things because you never know when you might need it. It actually works quite well. So anyway, now I wanted to make another announcement on something new that I'm doing for the channel. I'm going to put a link down below. I created a Google group for all of us, so that way we could take and collaborate, because there's a lot of questions that get asked, and a lot of people ask me directly, and not many other people I think really are aware that there's a question out there. They may not read the comments or whatever unless they're watching the video for the first time. So what I'd like to do is create kind of a forum where it's not just me, because a lot of times I can't get to all the questions and stuff, especially if they're very elaborate questions. It takes me a while to get through all of them. So I created a Google group down below. Check that out. I created some different categories, and as topics and things come up, we may break out more categories. But either way, I created a Google group so you can take and post your question there, and then you could subscribe to the group, and then that way you get informed if there's new questions out there or whatever, and then that way we kind of build like a community, of doing the projects that I'm doing and things like that, and the Alexa stuff and all that jazz. If other people have tried it and had success with it, and someone is struggling, then you guys can answer each other's questions as well as I'll put my input in here and there, but sometimes I just can't get to them all, or it takes me a while to explain it, or I may have to build a setup or mock something up because I just simply don't know, and so I'll have to test it and find out where you're hitting your snag at maybe, and then tell you how to fix it. So that takes a lot of time. So I figured if we've got multiple people doing the same thing and one person's having some success, one person's kind of struggling, those two people can get together and kind of figure that out. So anyway, check out that Google group down there. I would like to start using that as like some sort of an open forum for questions and technical issues that may come up during you guys' work in trying to maybe replicate some of the stuff that I'm doing. And as always, you can always ask me. Definitely put in the comments or comment. I love reading comments. Send me messages on Google or on the YouTube thing. Do all that. Still do that. That's fine. I'm just saying I would like to be able to get to you a lot quicker, get your answers a lot faster. And if it's solely reliant on me, it may take a while, because there's over 8,000 of you guys anymore. So there's a lot of questions that come in, lots and lots of questions, and so I got to get through them all. So if you're having something that you're struggling with and you need an answer really quick, I may not be able to get it to you fast enough. So I'd love to open that open forum up. So check out that Google group down below. Also, last thing, because we are getting fairly close to time. Well, I guess we're doing good on time. Another thing that I want to announce is we will be doing a video on, these are really cool, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm kind of off camera because I'm picking it up. I want to show you guys these cool little Bluetooth modules. These things are fantastic. What it is it's basically a Bluetooth receiver. Found these on eBay. They're like a 3-watt little receiver, and they basically you power them up and they pair with your phone immediately. Like you just search for it, you pair it, and then voila. And it basically has speaker output on it, and you can literally stream audio from your phone straight to this little device and straight to a speaker. It's awesome. So what I've done is, for cars like my own that have an auxiliary port, but the auxiliary port is only for like a 3.5 millimeter connector, I soldered up a 3.5 millimeter connector, but I made my own little connector for this thing. You plug it in, and now if I give it 5 volts, it's got USB here, and I love it. Everything is broke out on this thing. The 5 volts, the speaker lines, everything is broke out on it, so you can solder directly to it if you want. I like having the connectors. I will also make a video out of this, and I'll show you where to buy the actual connector, because it was very difficult for me to find what kind of JST connector this was in size and form and fit and all that stuff. But I did find it, and I found also the contacts that you can crimp on to a wire of some sort. So if you want it to be utilize this connector and be able to plug it in and out, I'll show you what deals to buy and where they're found at, things like that. But anyway, I thought this was kind of a cool project. We'll probably design a 3D case on it, and I wanted your input on it. Let me know down in the comments. Would you like to watch me create the case for this, or would you rather just me review it and show you how it works and then just give you the model files? Either case, I'll give you the model files for it. It's totally fine. But I didn't know if you guys would be interested in watching the development process of designing a 3D printable case or something for a piece of electronics hardware. I figured that might be something you want to know. So let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see the case build, and I will film that as well for that video. Also, the next thing I would like to talk about is the topic of Hurricane Harvey. Those of you that may not know, I think everybody knows, but just in case, there was a massive, massive hurricane that has just utterly devastated parts of Texas, one of our states that's just directly south of my state, and has caused all kinds of problems. They got, like, I think they said 40, and now I've heard a new number. It's like 50 inches of rain is what they got. That is a ton of rain. That is over 4 feet of rain, just whoosh, you know, because of Hurricane Harvey. That is unbelievable. So there is, as you can imagine, there's flooding, there's all kinds of damage and debris and problems and just all kinds of stuff going on down there. And so the reason I mention it here is I would like to let you guys know that if you would like to help out with the relief for Hurricane Harvey, you go down below, check out the links. I've got the link to the American Red Cross. You go to the redcross.org / and then all the other / deals to get to it. You can donate anywhere from $10 up to $1,000 if you want for the relief. The Red Cross is on site. They are helping with housing. They're helping with fresh water and things like that for everybody, because as you know, whenever you have like a giant flood situation, flood waters is water from everywhere. I mean, it's waters off of fields. It could be even sewage water. I mean, it could be who knows what. I know when we had Hurricane, what was it, Katrina, that was back in New Orleans, had that huge problem where the levees broke and all that stuff was caused, and then even their sewage treatment plant got flooded, and some of the sewage even got into the town and things like that. I mean, just so the water can be very contaminated, very not good for you to be wading around, and even though a lot of people out there are doing that to help rebuild things and restore things, still they need a good supply of fresh water. So water is a great donation thing that I know a lot of people do. In fact, I think my church is even sending a whole bunch of water and stuff like that down to them, bottled water and things like that. So if you want to be involved with that, involved with the restoration of all that and help with that, a simple donation would be fantastic, and I do want to promote that. So definitely go down there, check out that link, give what you can. It does help. It does go to good people. It does go to good people that are in a rough time, and it does help them out. So I call everyone that's here in the United States that if you're watching this video, definitely check that link out below, throw a few bucks, whatever you can spare, throw that towards the Red Cross. It really does help. If everybody in America threw $1 at it, they would have millions of dollars to help restore and take care of things. They were estimating it to be like, what was it? I think it was like over $100 billion in damage. Whew! That's a lot, and that's stuff that you can't control the weather. You can't just say, you know what, no, hurricane, move over that way. It just happens. So in any case, so check that out below, as well as check for more videos. How are we doing on time? Yep, it looks like we're coming to the end of our Maker Monday. So guys, thank you so very much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful Labor Day. Enjoy the day off and take some time to enjoy the world around you, because that really is what it's all about, is enjoying your life and enjoying the people around you. And make sure you check out that link down below for the forum group. You have questions or anything, throw that in there. Hopefully we can get a community going. We'll all answer each other's stuff and you can get answers quicker and faster, as well as USB inspector. If you guys haven't picked one up, check one out because they're pretty darn neat. There's lots of uses for them. It's one of those things where you don't think you'll use it until you have it, and then you'll use it, and then it's in your mind. You think, I've got that little deal. I could probably plug that in. So check those out as well. I'm going to try to be putting up new t-shirts. I got a couple more ideas. They're about finalized and done. I'll try to be putting those up. So check out the t-shirt link at Zazzle.com/misperry and all that jazz. And guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and all that jazz. Check me out on all the socials, because I'll probably be posting stuff from here until the next video. And guys, I will see you in the next video.